What are the things that invalidate i'tikaf? Well, i'tikaf is to devote yourself. So if a person leaves the masjid for no reason, and hey, Abdullah, where are you going? He said, I'm bored. I'm just going to take a walk outside of the masjid, around the masjid and come back. This invalidates your i'tikaf. Oh, I have a meeting. I have to go for half an hour and come back. Invalidates your i'tikaf, because if you don't leave the masjid for a legitimate Islamic reason, this invalidates your i'tikaf. One of the things that invalidate i'tikaf is being intimate with the wife. So, of course, you're not going to be intimate with the wife in the masjid, but hypothetically, you leave the masjid to have your lunch at home or to make wudu, and then you become intimate with the missus. This invalidates your i'tikaf, because Allah says, and do not have relations with your wives as long as you are staying for worship in the masjid. So this invalidates it. And this is the consensus of the scholars, that whomever has intercourse with his wife during the period of i'tikaf, this invalidates the i'tikaf. And likewise, if a person masturbates, then it also invalidates his i'tikaf, because such an act, a sinful act, would invalidate the concept of devoting yourself for Allah Azza wa Jal. As for if a person is daydreaming or fantasizing, and madhi or pre-cum is emitted, this has nothing to do with his i'tikaf. Or if a person was asleep and he gets nocturnal emission, then again this does not invalidate or impact his i'tikaf. If a woman is in i'tikaf and she gets her monthly period, this invalidates her i'tikaf, because she cannot continue to stay in the masjid in such a state. And likewise, a woman who's not on her menses, but she has irregular bleeding, which is known as istihada. This irregular bleeding does not prevent her from praying and fasting, as we know, when we mentioned this earlier. So, can she stay in the masjid? The answer is yes, as long as she ensures that the masjid is not soiled by that. She has no problem in staying there. And finally, among the things that invalidate the i'tikaf is the act of apostasy. And this is what the scholars usually mention, but it's highly unlikely for a person who devotes himself to the masjid, reads the Quran, prays, to commit an act of apostasy. But this is what the scholars mention, and this is what they usually mention in things that invalidate all types of worship, because Allah says in the Quran, if you should associate anything with Allah, your deeds would surely become worthless. And this is a clear indication or evidence that it would invalidate all forms of worship, including i'tikaf, and Allah Azza wa Jal knows best. وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على عبده ورسوله نبينا محمد.